Thank you. I think, well, again, very much for the kind words, Christophe. And I know, indeed, you said it very right. You know, it's a path that we went into together. If it was easy, everyone would have done it. So it is indeed a bit more, sometimes tricky, complex. But like you said, there's no way back. We're going to move forward, and we're going to do it in the right way. And you also touched a really, really fair point, is that this location is really a very strong location, because if you look at what we've been able to do with it, also with the docks, that you were able to assist us with making more docks, etc. I think this is very strong and crucial location as itself. And then you span out, then Liège is of course very geographically very interesting. So thank you very much, Christophe. I would like now to introduce you to Torsten Wevers. I know Torsten from Cologne Airport. I probably can't say that anymore, but I did it anyway, so I'm sorry already about that. I'm actually very happy that you came to Liège, because I have very good well, memory. Sounds a little bit like, you know, as if we were on holiday or something, but that's not the case. But that was very good. Very happy that you joined Liège Airport on that, and I'm very happy that you're here to also to speak a few words from the Liège Airport. So welcome, Torsten Wevers.
Thank you. So, bonsoir, good evening, guten Abend. Yes, I am German, so this is the bad news for Liège Airport. The good thing is I'm one of the few Germans with a sense of humor and with no ego, so you will see I am quite easy to handle. So, thank you very much for the kind invitation to have a little bit of a speech here. I just started a couple of weeks ago, so please forgive me. I have speech note, which I usually do not have, but of course now I don't feel that comfortable to tell you everything about Liège Airport and about our plans, so I made them note. Yeah, first of course, congratulations to this fantastic development. I'm also sending the best regards of the airport CEO, Laurent Joussard, which unfortunately cannot join tonight because of some high political meetings. So best regards, also congratulations. And maybe I start with a small anecdote. As BJ told you, we know since 2 years. And during my time where I was working for this little German airport, Cologne-Bonn, I always tried to convince BJ and Stefan to set up a shop in Cologne, unsuccessfully. So I thought, okay, it might be better than move to Liège instead of getting fired like Saskia from Amsterdam. So this is the real reason behind. No? No, but I think it's really fascinating to see, and what you described, it all started here with an idea, and how fast ViaEurope is growing here. This new line here, really, really nice to see, and it's also a good example, of course, about this ecosystem that you described, and how important companies like ViaEurope are and will be as a driver for the cargo community in terms of digitalization, of innovation. So we are really glad to have you here, to go together with you in the next decade, and I will describe a little bit about our strategy, about the airport strategy, which I think what you are planning here in your facility, and hopefully at a later stage, the bigger facility, it's exactly the same in which Liège Airports wants to go. Yeah, maybe a little bit of personal background for those who not knows me. I see a lot of familiar faces. So I was working the last 18 years for Cologne-Bonn Airport in Germany. I was also there being responsible for the air cargo development. So I have quite a background in air cargo. I have also an operational background because Cologne-Bonn Airport was still stupid enough to do in-house cargo handling. So I have also a little bit of insight in operations, in cargo handling. I think this will also help me, of course, to talk to the various stakeholders and to understand what's going on here. And as I said, please be a little bit patient with me. I just started. And forgive me if I say anything wrong. There are some team members here, and if you see some faces with that, I might have said something wrong. But they feeded me quite well with information. I had a package of so much information. There are now 3 pages left. So I hope this will work. So yes, I have been asked to give you a first idea about the future strategic plans of Liège Airport. As you all know, the focus in the last 5 to 10 years was purely on the commercial side, to make the airport big. So my predecessors, and I see one face over there, Bert Seelis. Hi Bert. He's not listening to me. Obviously, the strategy was to bring business in here, to bring airlines in here, to grow the cargo volume, and that was the focus. And I mean, we all have to say, really, really successful. So, always looking from Cologne into Liège, I have been really jealous what have been created here, and I always try to steal business away from Bert. Just one small little carrier with 1 weekly flight, but other than that, really unsuccessfully. And I think this is also quite a good sign what has been created here. A strong community, strong development, happy customers, well, sometimes also unhappy customers. But this has been the focus, and I always use the phrase, they grew a little baby to a strong proper teenager. But we all know teenagers have also very bad habits. So, and that's of course something that we all know that will be a priority for the next couple of years. So, the main focus for the next decade, at least, is now to bring up the operational and the handling performance, a complete digitalization of the entire airport ecosystem, the development of the Liège cargo community, and of course the further development of our airside and landside infrastructure. It's a quite ambitious plan, I would say. So this is the vision and the strategy. But nevertheless, no, I mean, obviously I know that in the past a lot of things have been talked about, and but as I said, the focus has been different, but now the airport is very clear on that and very serious on that. Also, the supervisory board, the stakeholders, they have realized that we have to work on that. And luckily, I don't start from zero, and I also have to give again Bert my credits. He really initiated the last year or the last 2 years already some very good initiatives and projects in terms of new team members are coming in my team, a lot of knowledge coming in, some really good digitalization projects. So there has been already a lot of work done in the background. So now what you will see starting as of summer, you will see really the first results. And the first steps in terms of digitalization is that currently the airport develops in-house a software which is called GMTMS. We are working on another name, which is a bit more fancy. And this will be launched at the end of this year. And it will be a full end-to-end cargo tracking and management system in real time for all cargo volumes routed via Liège. So at the end, there will be FFM messages received coming in. It's going in a data pool, and then you can really track in real time the status of the shipment. It will be linked to the customs. Of course, the handlers will have access, and it's not only first line, it will be also second line. It's really nice, and that will be the first concrete step. If you have further questions, Jamie is here, so please feel free to approach him when you would like to have more details, further information. He can fantastically explain it. But I've already seen it. I think this will really bring a lot of benefit to all of us. As I said, that's the first stage. Based on this, you will see new features, further tools to be developed based on that next year and the years after that. So that's really the first concrete step. In parallel, we will launch and develop the Liège cargo community platform. And of course, I invite you all to be also a vital part of that. So internally, we have started this project. There will be also a dedicated manager in my team being responsible for that development. I think this also clearly shows that Liège Airport is going in that direction and is also investing in the needed resources, so staff-wise, IT-wise. But it's also clear the airport will, of course, be the main driver of the cargo community at the beginning. But we all need you to be a vital part of that, to bring your ideas in, to bring your needs in, to work together with us. Because at a certain point, that's at least my understanding, once this cargo community is created and it's a self-organizing ecosystem, the further development also needs to come from the cargo community. So it's fair, of course, to blame the airport, to ask the airport to invest and to start things, but please, please be a vital part of it. We will further execute our master plan. I'm sure most of you have seen it. We have quite an ambitious master plan until 2040. So we will be developing and adding additional landside and airside infrastructure. And that will also include the further development of second-line warehouses. So if you have any specific questions, so please feel free to approach me after my speech or even later. One of the first concrete steps, as you know, is we are finishing the ring road around the airport. Other improvements in the landside development will be made. So I think this is also quite important, of course, to make Liège even more attractive. Last but not least, of course, also the further commercial development will continue with a clear focus on attracting more international forwarder business to Liège and adding new cargo airline customers. We have already this week the first meeting with potential new airline customers, so to bring even more main deck capacity, freighter capacity to this airport, which is of course needed to further grow business here. So, in a nutshell, we want to develop Liège Airport in 5 years' time to one of the leading cargo hubs in terms of innovation and digitalization, and to reach the 2.5 million tons of cargo in 2030, but I understand in 2040. No, of course, we would like to reach this milestone as fast as possible. So, based on my very limited time, and I think I already spoke too long, I will not go further too much into detail, but I really hope that you had a good first impression about our vision, our very ambitious plans. As I said, please feel free approaching me after my speech for further details. And I'm really looking forward to getting your feedback, your open view on Liège Airport about our plans. And once again, thank you very much for inviting me, and congrats again for BJ and the team for this fantastic new setup. And I wish you all a very nice evening. Thank you.